It's on. Friday Football Fever. Brought to you by Arizona Health.
Welcome into week 3 of Friday Football Fever. I'm Jenna Fink. Busy night on the field for high schools and the U of A. Arizona, a big win over Kansas State in its final non-conference game. We'll have highlights later in the show, but let's start with our game of the week. Sunnyside hosting Campo Verde. The Blue Devils are on fire to start the season. They're 2-0 for the first time since 2013, looking to go 3-0 for the first time in 16 years. But Campo Verde is tough, fresh off a blowout win over Ironwood Ridge. Quarterback Jonah Lubno rolls out. Sunnyside defense forcing him to scramble. He shows off his legs and picks up the first down. More pressure from the Blue Devils on this play. Lubno through the air this time, though, fires it to Wyatt Rauch, who speeds down the sidelines into the end zone for 6. Later, Lubno passes over the middle to Emmett Jones here, and it is another Campo Verde touchdown. Sunnyside offense trying to respond, but quarterback Raymond Duarte just has nowhere to go on this upcoming play. He is sacked as the Blue Devils fall to the Coyotes 38-12. And not far away, 2-0 Desert View hosting Camelback. The Jaguars coming off a huge win over Saguaro. It's 12-9 Desert View. Botch snap for the Jags. But hey, offensive lineman Reynaldo Ventura to the rescue. He scoops it up, and look at him go there. Gets back near the line of scrimmage. Love that hustle, and Jags make up for it on the next play. Quarterback Ryan Vasavilbaso dumps it to Jaylee Abraham, turning on the Jets and showing off that spin cycle, showing why he was our player of the week. And there is more where that came from. Vasavilbaso to Abraham again. No one can bring him down. He follows his blockers down the sidelines. Just too quick there. And Desert View doesn't score on this drive, and we are still waiting on a final from this game. Up in Oro Valley, Ironwood Ridge hosting Cienega, 2 playoff teams from a year ago. But get this, both teams are 0-2. Well, that changed tonight. Let's pick it up in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Ironwood Ridge. Cienega looking to answer. Quarterback Julian Hanley slings it downfield to Jaden Rogers. He is wide open. Touchdown Bobcats. Tie game. Both QBs showing off their arms tonight. Here's Ironwood Ridge's Maximus Harder, making it look easy. Connects with Jaden Martinez. Nighthawks in the red zone. And Martinez is in at quarterback now. Shout out to the O-line for creating that huge hole. Takes it untouched to the end zone. Now Ironwood Ridge back on top. And Cienega drive. Hanley fakes the handoff, turns it into a first down and then some. Now Bobcats don't score on that drive, but they quickly get another chance thanks to the senior defensive end Andre Davis Lopez with the strip sack. Then Hanley right into your living room. Receiver Jaden Rogers makes the one-handed catch. My goodness, so nice. We got to see this one twice, and it is Cienega who picks up the 34-14 win over Ironwood Ridge. South Point Catholic 2-0 after beating both Southern Arizona teams on its schedule. The Lancers hosting rival Saguaro. South Point won their matchup last year, but the SaberCats beat the Lancers in the 2023 state semifinals. Plenty of history between these teams always makes for a fun game, and it's Saguaro on offense first. Play action. Quarterback Marcel Jones picks off by Axel Martinez in the perfect spot to make the play. The Lancers trying to capitalize, but they couldn't get anything going. Quarterback Matthew Avalar sacked here, and they turn it over on downs. Next SaberCats drive. Running back Ty Strozer gets the handoff. He's met by a slew of Lancers who punch the ball out. Brian Melton recovers for South Point. But once again, the offense stalls. Avalar sacked, this time by Calvin Watkins. Now third drive's the charm for Saguaro. Jones feeling pressure, but look at him go. He jukes the defender, stiff arms another. Touchdown SaberCats, it's 7-0. Now Saguaro's offense heating up at the end of the first quarter. Jones lets it fly to Jaden Weissman, makes the catch and stays on his feet. Now Jake Bondi forces a fumble, but it bounces right back up to Weissman. Saguaro scores a field goal on this drive, but how about this? South Point comes all the way back to beat its rival Saguaro 34-31. First year and 11-man for Desert Christian. Eagles battling 2-0 Catalina. Trojans knocking on the door. Caden Osment with the QB keeper lowers a shoulder into the end zone. Catalina strikes first, 6-0 after a missed 2-point conversion. Desert Christian on offense now. Quarterback Brock Payne rolling out, checks it down to Roman Sanchez. That's a first down. Later, Payne hangs on to that snap. A broken play turns into a nice scramble. Great hustle here by the QB. Look at that. And that sets up this. Payne throwing a dart in traffic to Cayenne Garang. Touchdown, Desert Christian. Eagles go on to win 44-6.